Ladies, gentlemen, other beings, welcome to Yang Talk. While I check that I am in the frame, I am in fact.
I hope you enjoyed that intro. The intro is so good.
Yeah.
Every time I watch it, I'm just blown away by how good the intro is. The pirate slap and everything.
That was a good one.
Basketball's about this big.
Yeah. I think you should do because this is like our Christmas episode, you should just put a snow filter over it.
Just snow the whole time. I can do that.
And some Mariah Carey.
It's so cold in here. I can't do that.
Can we just cover our own?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we just cover it?
Get us the lyrics. We'll give it a
we'll
sing.
do a remix.
Do you need the lyrics at this point? Have you heard the song enough?
I try to avoid it at all costs.
Oh man.
Any retail shopping, not doing it, not trying to hear that. Or shopping in general, pandemic and all that.
I'm working it, Chief. Got any other input you want to add?
I'm just making sure you got it all set up.
Yeah, I'm just making sure this time I fixed the error from last time, which is not talking into the microphone.
Would you be willing to get a buy hog?
A what?
You asked for additional input.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right.
We're
All right,
back.
well, and we're back.
And we're back. Welcome back to Yang Talk, the show where we talk about... What do we talk about?
Yangs.
Yangs? All right.
Andrew Yang.
Spit some Yang. Yeah.
No, just Andrew Yang and his revolutionary policies.
We've converted to a politics
We're the Yang
podcast.
Gang? That is the name of the group chat that we communicate in, is the Yang Gang.
That is true.
Gang.
I've been working on the Yang. Yang.
So it is December 3rd as of this recording. Thanksgiving has just passed.
Yeah, Turkey Day.
We have some minor shop news. Got big restocks coming in. So if you're looking for gifts for your friends, your family, we got a lot
Or
of board
us.
games.
We'll accept gifts.
We also do. But we got, all the board games coming in. We got some new dice. Commander Legends is in stock. Pokemon Vivid Voltage for those of you on the craze right now. Mm-hmm. We got Commander Collection
We got
Green coming
good
out.
selection of Yu-Gi-Oh! In stock as well.
Good posture going.
So yeah, by the time this comes out, this stuff will be ready.
I like being over here because I just have to constantly give you guys the side eye in order for this to be a good framing. Because if I turn to look at you like this, my head's pointing at the back of the camera.
People want to see this glorious fro.
No, I think people want a podcast about the difficulties of angles of camera work.
Somebody's got to think about this shit.
So it was Thanksgiving last week.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
What did
Yeah.
y'all get up to?
Dude, we played Commander Legends. We did 2 drafts and played in 2 different pods over the course of like 4 hours. And I got to say, it's my favorite draft format of all time. Like, no exaggeration. It's 2 picks per pack, 20 cards. And the fact that you get to pick commanders means that you can actually build a deck around synergy instead of being forced to pick the best cards. It's real good.
What deck size do you go with?
60 cards.
60 and a commander?
Yeah, including commander, 60 cards. So
Nice.
if you have partners, you can make a 58 card deck.
It's 3 packs normal.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 packs, 20 cards, 2 picks per pack. It's really good. Like, you got to try it
One day.
safely.
Yes. I'd say when I get the chance, I'll definitely get
I was
it
just
a
thinking
shot.
about doing a cube like that.
Yeah, I know Brendan's working on a cube already.
Commander
so
cube.
if
Well, I think
you're-
he's doing the Commander Legends cube. I was just saying like a Commander cube in general
yeah.
that drafts the exact same way.
Yeah, I don't know if he's including Legends cards or not. Go bother Brendan on social media.
Yeah.
Get in his cube.
Or jam up all of our email capacity and phone lines asking about this.
Give us
Yeah.
a call at...
Call in. The number
man.
flashing on the bottom of your screen now.
Yes, call that and ask about Commander Legends right now.
It's just going to take you to Jones. Good ass barbecue and foot massage.
Hell yeah.
It's going to take you to Cass, who's trying to do the shipment for the day.
Yep.
Yeah,
Brendan
man.
isn't even in today.
All right. So, Thanksgiving. Have any decent food?
Yeah,
Yeah, I had a good turkey this year, which is pretty rare for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
we made ham, nature's candy.
Ham is pretty-
The best show.
You don't like Ugly Americans?
I love that show.
Oh,
Unabashedly. I'm sad it only had 2 seasons.
Yeah, that's super good.
I can only ever think of rum ham when I hear ham
Wow,
in any fashion
man.
now.
What's that?
From It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
Am I the only person
They
who's seen both of these shows in this room?
They soak a handful of rum and then
Multiple
eat,
times.
Get drunk off it all day.
It's a running gag in several episodes.
It's a rum ham.
Did they lose it in one episode and it comes back to them?
Floats away in the ocean.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
All right, I got a little Thanksgiving game for you. So
Okay.
you got to get rid of one of these sides: mac and cheese, potatoes, stuffing, or cranberry sauce. Which one goes?
Which one goes? I mean,
Is there a gravy with the mashed potatoes?
there's a correct answer here.
Yes, well, there's gravy with the potatoes.
You know, I want to choose mac and cheese to get rid of because like it's not like traditional, but I love mac and cheese. Like I would welcome it at my table
It's
at
hard to
Thanksgiving.
ignore.
It's cranberry sauce.
No,
Easily
you're
cranberry
worthless
sauce.
and you have no decision in this
I also
matter.
would get rid of cranberry sauce.
You two are terrible.
Damn right.
You've not had enough dry turkey.
You correct. I like the juicy turkey.
Yeah, well, when you suffer through enough dry turkeys, you're happy to see cranberry
Slap some
sauce.
sweet sauce on it. Yeah.
And everything else is essential to a good old fashioned.
I would probably get rid of mashed potatoes if I had to.
Okay.
Only because we didn't have them this Thanksgiving, and I didn't
Why don't
like
you just
miss them
Why
particularly.
don't you just time travel to Soviet Russia if you're gonna get rid of mashed potatoes?
Well, if that were the case, I would only have potatoes, comrade. It is the peasants' food.
Our potatoes.
Yeah. We are all thankful for this potato.
Yeah.
You guys putting up Christmas decorations yet?
I already had them done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like the day of Thanksgiving.
I think the day after, yeah. Of course, I have a tree that's like this big, so like putting up decorations is not really that problem.
I gotta go get me one. I'm gonna get myself a small fake tree.
Oh yeah,
for
do
the house.
and do yourself the favor of getting the lights already in
Yep,
it.
definitely gonna.
I didn't do that, and man, do I regret that.
I saw a guy selling Christmas trees made from wooden pallets for $30 each.
Yo, can we get into that? Can we start making Christmas trees from like Mountain Dew cans and booster paper, like booster wrappers,
You do little Christmas dioramas. Oh, that's
little nativity scenes?
What's up, Endgame's miniature group? You know what you're doing for December? It's that. Make me a Christmas diorama.
Nice.
Oh man, Warhammer based nativity scenes.
Yo.
The Santa's gonna look a lot different on some type of space
Yeah,
chariot.
make me a holiday, non-denominational
It's like the,
holiday diorama.
The
the sleigh being pulled by
Futurama Santa?
Zerglings, but tyrannids.
Hormigons on
Yeah.
the sleigh. Yes,
the Futurama Santa.
I'm about that life.
The angry Santa,
Yeah.
robot Santa.
Ho ho ho.
Oh man, it's not often that I come up with ideas on the show.
So for Christmas, what do you want? What's your one item that if you no cost, if you could somehow get this from somebody you know,
Does it have to be a physical item?
that'd be what you want. Yeah.
Oh.
What do you want for Christmas
Okay, well,
other than your two front
let's
teeth?
stay in the spirit of the. We'll stay in the spirit of the question and not just say like $1 million.
A Ferrari.
Dan Marino.
Hey, good choice.
Yep.
I don't know what he's up to, but you might get him.
I know it's reasonable.
A briefcase full of non-sequential $100 bills.
The ability to run for president in 2024.
I mean, I think
You
you
have
have
that
that
ability.
ability.
No, I'm not old enough,
That's true.
and I also don't have the capital.
We'll age you up.
Is this birther? The new birther scheme?
Yeah.
We're gonna start a GoFundMe for your presidential race.
Hey, you know what? If you fund it a certain level, I'll put you in my cabinet. I don't care.
Oh, what position would you give me?
For you, you're Secretary of Defense. You're the only one I know with a military background.
I'd be terrible at this.
Nah, you'd be great. You'd be cutting that budget,
I was
son.
gonna say we'd be defunding some
Yeah.
stuff. Reallocation. Of
You're in
funds.
charge of the FCC.
Not son. Well, actually, yeah, I will take that.
I
Job.
want you in charge of all broadcasting in America.
I was gonna say Secretary of Education.
You can only put memes on TV now.
FCC, my first.
And I know the
experience.
internet will be safe in your hands.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be a
Yeah.
Wild West once again.
Yeah, but that's what it should be.
Unregulated. Let's do it.
So I think I was telling you this like yesterday or something, like how interesting it's going to be in like 50 years to look at the like unregulated thoughts of mankind
Oh yeah.
and compare that, to whatever we have then.
Yeah. So, what was your Christmas gift?
Oh, I didn't pick one.
Yeah,
yet.
I was gonna say, let's get back to this. We kind of tangented it. Did.
Well, I'll keep it simple, and it's something I would never get for myself. But if I could have it for free, the newest Kickstarted edition of Eclipse looks pretty nice.
Oh, they talk about the 2019 Eclipse.
Yeah, the
yeah,
most
that thing
recent
looks
one.
so good.
It looks crazy.
Is that a board game?
Yeah, it's Eclipse's whole motto is it tries to be Twilight Imperium, but in a manageable amount of time that you can play it.
So like 3 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like 30 minutes per player is what they say
You
technically.
got hexagons. You got your whole economy. You can upgrade your ships. All the
There's
ships, all the
alien
different stuff.
species you could be. Yeah, like it's pretty dope.
It's the whole.
I
It's
do
the whole
like a
nine.
spaceship.
I think we're gonna be doing a review or a let's play of it at some point. The earlier one
All right,
Stay tuned.
because
for
I
that.
own it, so we can do it.
I'm down.
How about you? Christmas.
Oh boy. I would really like some new Washington team gear. Like I don't own any, and I'd like to be able to wear my team colors out and about in public again.
Didn't I get you? Oh, that jersey.
And I do wear it in public because it doesn't have the name on it, but I want like the W logo ones because like I actually do like that. Yeah.
For those of
I
you
still
not-
do wear that in my shorts because they don't have the name on them.
Say for those of you not in the know, the Washington football team has been renamed to the football team.
The
for
Washington
some time.
football team,
Yes,
yeah.
It's pretty hilarious.
WFT is
Okay, I
their.
thought we were saying for a second that the Washington football team changed their names to the football team.
No.
Oh.
Like an incredible.
They had a
power
previous
move.
name that they
No,
clung
but
to.
they do have to call it the team with a capital T whenever they refer to it on sports broadcasts. So like
yeah.
the Seahawks are playing the team this week.
It's pretty funny.
Wait, their nickname is the team?
Yep.
They're the football team.
Yeah, they're the Washington football team.
That's so good.
Yeah.
This is like the best possible outcome.
It's
It
pretty
is, yeah.
hilarious. Like the ownership kind of like played around with it's like a placeholder name, and then
It kind of
the
got some
internet
traction.
kind of got
Yeah.
a hold of it.
Yeah.
And they're like, we like it. They're like, well, maybe we let it stay. It's
Yeah.
like, you should. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
After-
Classy. Yeah.
After pouring millions of dollars into ad campaigns trying to defend the
Yep.
Redskins.
I just like after all the millions of dollars they probably poured into like focus groups to test new ideas. They're like, all right, I guess we're the team now.
They just got their intern to come up. What do you think? Who just call it the football
They
team?
should have been called the Washington Players or
God
something.
bless, God bless that anonymous millennial. For
The Washington 30
Thank you
guys
for
who
your
showed up.
service.
Washington football team was somewhere on a whiteboard.
So football team gear.
Yeah.
I guess I probably just want a realistic PS5 if I can get
You know,
one.
I thought about that too, like saying
It's
PS5
pretty
or
boring,
Xbox
but,
One
like-
S, but like,
I'd like to play the new Demon Souls sooner than later,
Yeah.
and it's backwards compatible with all the other stuff.
yeah,
I
I'll
already
hook
have,
you up
so
with one. I got a PS3 and a PS2 I could put together for you.
I still have my PS3. It works pretty great.
I have more than one
You got
PS2.
$2,000, I can get you a PS5. Probably.
I do have that money, but I definitely don't have it to spend on a PlayStation.
You have internal organs you can spare.
You correct.
You've at least got a kidney you aren't using.
I feel like I need both of these bad boys at this point in my life.
That is my favorite current
not true.
pastime is cross-correlating people who have been like vocally in support of free market capitalism or like libertarians
And then not getting a PS5 because
and watching
somebody
those
scalped
same
it.
people complain about PS5 scalpers. And I'm just like,
Mm.
you're so close. All right. This
Yeah.
ends the hammer and sickles portion.
Yeah, I
of
was
the
gonna say
podcast.
this isn't reform the government, the
Yeah.
podcast,
Our classic.
the people's podcast.
The last couple Yang Talks we've done have taken hard left turns into like rhetoric.
It's the times we live in.
Maybe we should do a politics podcast at some point,
That
just to
sounds-
get
that
it out of the
sounds
way.
terrible.
I'm not saying we ever like publish it, but I'm just saying get it out.
Yeah. Anyway, I have a game for you guys. It is mandatory.
I'm on
Magic the
board.
Gathering spelling bee. You're gonna see if you can spell some magic cards.
I'm gonna be terrible at this.
So this is a shootout style game. We're gonna be going back and forth.
Well, congratulations on your win.
First person to.
Wait, do I gotta write this down?
I'll keep score over
Or are
here.
we? Oh, okay. I thought you were actually gonna be writing it down.
No.
First person to lose a spelling will most likely lose if the other person can spell the next
Whoa.
word correctly.
All right.
Congratulations on your win.
We need to
Alright.
roll die to go first. You just choose
Yeah,
them.
let's roll dice. There's some dice over there.
Good thing we're never more than 2 feet from dice.
Odds is that guy.
Just
Okay.
roll the dice before we choose. All right.
Hammer of Nazan.
Hammer of Nazan.
Hammer of Nazan.
HAMMEROFNAZHAN.
Zhan. No, it is Nazahn.
Dang.
Unfortunate. Apologies, Brian.
Close.
All
Oh,
right.
I got a chance to win.
You have a chance to win the
Jeez.
game. Unfortunately, these are in increasing difficulty.
Oh,
Labyrinth of Scophos.
can you use it in a sentence?
I could not afford a Mazavith, so I got a Labyrinth of Scophos.
What's the genesis of the word?
It is from Theros Beyond Death.
Yes. LABRY. You know what? Just go ahead, Brian.
Oh, no. We have an incomplete word. Going back to Brian. All right, you ready for the next one?
Yes, indeed.
Moraug, Fury of Akum.
Oh man, if you don't get this one, even I can get this one.
Moraug, Fury of Akum. The legendary Minotaur from Zendikar Rising.
Oh, jeez.
I know you've seen him. He's been around that arena.
Maraug. Say it again.
Moraug, Fury of Akum.
I got Fury of Akum. I don't know Maraug at all, so we'll just shot in the dark here. MARAWG.
I'm going to stop you right there, Chief. It's
Yeah.
Moraug. Moraug.
And the worst part is if I'd have got that one, I got it right because I own that card.
You have one chance to save this bit from ignominious failure. with
You-
the
from getting
last-
from the cutting floor.
for the last spelling bee opportunity.
Oh, the
goes to
hardest
Tom.
word. Yeah, great.
We don't have any overtime.
Yeah. Can I phone a friend?
We'll add Cass as phone a friend next time. All right. Geyer Reach Sanitarium.
GEIREACHSANITARIUM.
Correct.
Only because
We
I've
got
seen
one
the card
right.
before.
Say, I got Geyer. I could get that one. I know that one.
I was
Golly.
the one I put at the bottom because I always get smushed by Geyer.
Yes.
Because it's too easy.
But I remember
Wow.
that it wasn't phonetically spelled.
Yep. Wow. I thought that
Well.
was gonna be way easier for you.
I can't
guys.
believe I won
I mean,
that.
it's off by one in these random names that are.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be like, I
Morale.
can spell labyrinth on the turn of a dime.
All right.
YR INTH?
I don't know, man. I got distracted and I lost my train of thought.
Hey,
and
hey.
at that point,
I'm out.
Yeah.
Still took down the W.
I can barely.
All right. I like this. We should do this one more often.
Hell yeah. Spelling bee shootout. I'm about it.
I might have to start spelling again.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
like
you
8th
just-
grade me's worst nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, we could do hard mode and go to like Spanish or like German.
English is hard
Mir
enough.
Senor.
We got 1 of 4 in the English category. I think.
El Señor de Extinción.
Oh.
All right. What else we got today? We're watching movies and stuff. Netflix.
You did a little bit. I didn't watch much on the old vacay, but
That's the same question to our audience that I've been asking everyone in the shop. Y'all seen a movie called Willow?
that's right. Let's go right to Willow.
Oh, why we gotta talk about Willow again?
So my girlfriend's like, "Hey, you ever seen a movie called Willow?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "You should get really fucked up and watch this movie." And I was like, "Okay." So for those of you who have seen Willow, you understand what just happened. But to try and like encapsulate it, I'm like lost in the sauce, and it's like a standard fantasy movie with like little.
It's a
people.
children's movie,
It's
actually.
a children's movie.
Yeah.
There's a little person with a baby, and there's a guy in a cage.
It's like the chosen one is the child. Like he
When-
has to get the chosen one to like safety. You
when
know
a
what I mean?
falcon flies through the scene carrying a baby with a tiny like a 6-inch tall man on top of it screaming, "I've stolen the baby!" That's when things really went off the rails.
Imagine Willow is like a very bad Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
It's like
yeah.
an old Bible story. They got to kill a firstborn. So like this queen
And
gathers
then
up all the pregnant ladies.
The
and, like,
evil men
kills all-
from the West ride in on their falcons, screaming, "We've stolen the child!"
the scene where the trolls are like climbing on the walls. Oh my god!
I'll have you know that Willow actually served as one of the inspirations for The Mandalorian.
I don't believe you.
I mean, it was written or produced by George Lucas. The idea is George
Oh,
Lucas.
yeah.
Directed by Ron Howard.
Oh
Old Georgie boy.
yeah, what was George Lucas joint?
I think it's sometime in the 80s is when that came out.
My favorite thing that happened in that movie is when he just blasted a troll with the wand and it turned into a giant monster and started terrorizing everybody and breathing fire. That was some classic like Dungeons and Dragons. Like somebody rolled on a random spell table for that one.
Got it.
Yeah, that was very immersive.
Enlarging.
That's why you don't use unidentified wands.
Yeah, it was immersive for me as a D&D player. I don't know. I think it would have like destroyed the mind of a regular person.
So what you're telling me is you're going to write the Willow D&D setting, right?
I mean, that's basically just D&D. You wouldn't have to change that much.
No, but I'm saying you could write a whole source book for Willow.
Yeah.
The Willow campaign guide.
I wouldn't have to do a lot of work.
That's true.
Be pretty straightforward. Write some paragraphs about
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer and
And why he was in
Whatever.
that cage for that 17-minute
Dude,
conversation.
That movie, it has everything. It's got puppets breathing fire, people turning into pigs. It's got pixies. It's got old lady wizard fights. It's got Val Kilmer just going absolutely
does.
crazy on everybody.
It-
Sled rides, baby theft. Like
And Warwick Davis.
If you enjoyed Neverending Story, it's your kind of movie.
So around the same time
Yeah.
frame, I think they came out.
They're comparable genres, like, yeah.
so, that was Willow.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, I saw about the first 45 minutes of Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I love how you couldn't even get past 45
Well,
minutes.
we just
of
had
it.
to go to bed. It wasn't really worth staying up for. It's like, I kind of get the gist. This movie is corny on purpose, but it's kind of hilarious because it's so bad.
Dude, I used to catch that every time it was on the Sci-Fi Channel.
I could see if it came on, I would sit through it.
Yeah.
It's just goofy.
That's the one where they like spawn from popcorn, right?
They have popcorn guns and like a big circus tent spaceship that comes down in the middle of the woods.
I watched Tombstone.
Great movie.
Hell yeah. I noticed it was on Amazon Prime recently streaming, and I was
Kurt
like,
Russell, Val Kilmer, Sam Elliott,
and Bill Paxton.
and Bill Paxton. That's right.
Yeah,
How much time does Val Kilmer spend hanging in a cage?
none. He spends a lot of time hacking up a lung
And being drunk.
and
yeah.
being drunk and shooting people. He's real quick to shoot
I
people.
got one. I got 2 guns.
One for the both of
of
ya. I'll be a
Yeah,
Huckleberry.
he's great in that movie.
Oh yeah, that's probably my favorite role he did.
You ever been to Tombstone?
Yeah, actually once.
It's a cool place.
It is actually. I highly recommend it.
Saw the OK Corral and
That's
Boot
what.
Hill.
Yeah, it's like a old Wild West town, like preserved.
All right.
And
they
like
have a
the
gift
one,
shop.
the one cool thing in the OK Corral is they have cardboard cutouts of all like the people standing where they stood during the fight, so you could actually like see who killed who and what.
Damn.
There was a real life shootout in this town.
Yeah.
And they made several movies about
With
it.
some retired lawmen who had a career keeping the peace in like Dodge City.
Yeah, and they moved out west.
Yeah, and like try to find a new life after that because they were tired of it.
Kind of like Deadwood, the show, but in one
Oh,
movie.
but with no Al Swearingen.
Yeah. Good. Deadwood's an interesting one. I think
Deadwood's a great show if you've never seen it.
I think they finished it up with
A movie.
a miniseries or a
A
movie.
3-hour movie, like last year, and it was
need to see-
fantastic.
I haven't seen it yet. I need to get on it.
It's streaming on Amazon Prime for us.
I'll have to take a peek.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You will love it. Everybody came back, and they all look perfectly. Like they haven't aged a
Timothy
bit.
Oliphant always looks perfect. That handsome son of a
That's
guy.
true. From Justified to whatever he was most
He
recently
never
in.
stops being
Oh,
the
man.
good-looking dude.
The Mandalorian.
Dude, if you like
Haven't
Timmy
seen that yet.
Oliphant, you gotta watch Santa Clarita Diet.
I feel like maybe I've seen an
It's on
episode of that.
Netflix. He kills it in that. Santa Clarita Diet is about a lady who contracts zombieism, and she becomes like a undead, like vampire cannibal monster. And Timothy Oliphant is her husband, and he's like a real estate salesman / stoner who's just trying to deal with this new life, and he just he kills that role. Like he's amazing in it.
Dope. I'll have to check that out too.
Highly recommend Santa Clarita Diet. Definitely watch it. Don't watch it while you're eating.
You watched Battleship?
Hey, yeah, I watched Battleship.
Tell me about that one.
Well, what can one say about a film so perfect as Battleship?
That's the one with Rihanna in it, right?
Yes. And Liam Neeson
They got Liam Neeson.
and Alexander Skarsgård, for anybody who likes that. If you're a fan of True Blood.
I have not seen that show.
Have you seen Generation Kill? His other show he was in?
I mean, I saw that show, read the book, but I don't really remember.
He was the Iceman in that.
Oh, all right.
I was why did you lived it? You didn't need to read it.
Yeah. The book was good. Show I heard
Was
good.
it accurate?
I don't know. I mean, assume so. Whoever accurate to what the author
Well, look,
says it was.
all I'm saying is that you could probably give a more accurate opinion than I could.
Yeah. Military talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we started the show.
Ain't about it.
That's why there's a guide on over there.
That's true.
I hope somebody messages you someday about it, asking for it back. We're still doing push-ups.
I would be impressed. I may have absconded with my unit's guide-on flag.
Yeah, but that's like a
on my
tradition.
last day of being in. A little token, a little memento.
You should have got that as a tattoo. The big globe and anchor.
So, for
Next
people
time.
who have no idea, what is a guidon?
Guide-on is a big old stick that has a flag on it, and your shop or your unit carries it around to represent who you are when you're in large formations with other shops and things. When you're standing around.
Their genesis comes from early
it's
American
like a banner.
cavalry.
Yeah, it's a band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And whoever's in charge usually carries it around in front of the formation.
Nice.
Losing it is bad.
Generally, it's like you're supposed to take pride in having your guide on and your flag, so and you're always supposed to keep it like under lock and key. Well, OIC left his door unlocked and he was a jerk, so just getting my stuff back, taking a little of my pride with me.
All right.
Yep. New World of Warcraft expansion came out last week.
How is it?
I just started playing it the last couple
Are
days.
you picked a character who's already leveled, or did you start?
I started a new character before it came out, and on a new server with some of the friends around here in Charlottesville, on Tichondrius, if anybody's interested, Horde side. Started a Blood Elf Warlock.
Horde Saeed.
Do you want me to Photoshop like one of those come to like vacation spot things, but
For
with
Tichondrius,
Tichondrius?
sure. Yeah. We'll come. Yeah, we'll get you in the guild or something. I'm not in charge of any of that, but I'm playing super casually by myself, just doing the campaign. It's pretty fun. So all the stuff from all the previous expansions have kind of been negated because now you're fighting against like the afterlife essentially. Like there's another whole. It's called the Maw, and you go in there and there's this dude named the Jailer who's just been
With a G or a J?
with a J. But
Damn.
we're not getting into this GIF argument.
No, it's the Warhammer. They spell it with a G.
Yeah. But yeah, you got to go fight against the forces of evil. So the Horde and the allies are kind of once again fighting a common enemy as opposed to
Wasn't
warring
that
with themselves.
Burning Crusade or whatever? What was the one
Kind
where
of
they did
similar,
that?
yeah. Where like there's an I can't even think of the word right now. Existential threat that's beyond what the normal.
And as I understand,
bickering is about.
this to show you how long it's been since I last played. That they've now had it so that you could like cherry pick your adventures.
So yeah, the latest expansion before this came out, they kind of crushed the levels. They smushed it from like 120 to 50 being the max, and then so you can start a new character and go from level 10 to 50 in one expansion instead of having to jump through all of them and like keep up with the proper levels. So now it scales to you. So when I'm thinking about making another new character and just going back and playing the Burning Crusade expansion by itself because I remember it being a good time back in.
You should just play vanilla.
I tried that. It was not as fun as.
You don't like grinding for hours?
Yeah, those quality of life improvements are worth it. So,
Hey, Venture, I'm gonna need you to bring me 13 yellow leaves that you're
I
only
mean,
gonna
that
find.
didn't go away. It's just now there's you don't have to do as much running around to go visit one vendor or something like that.
Boo.
I've actually been replaying Dishonored 2 Dishonored is one of my favorite.
Isn't it kind of like
video games of all
Assassin's
time.
Creed?
Yeah, it's like Assassin's Creed if it was
like
in
first-person
a
Assassin's Creed,
alternate
yeah.
reality steampunk England setting. Like there's like
Victorian almost.
magical space whales that people harvest for fuel and everything. They're like troopers and walkers, and like you can get like tripwire mines and stuff.
And there's magic too.
But the thing that, there's magic. There's a guy called the Outsider. He's like a warlock patron, and he comes to you and he's like, hey, do you want to save your daughter who's been kidnapped? I'll help you. Also, I may or may not have set this entire thing in motion. But what I found out reading on the internet is that when he shows up in the beginning of the game, you can just be like, nah, fuck you. And then you can play the entire game without powers, and that's what I'm doing currently.
That sounds.
That's like a Far Cry 4, right? When the Far Cry 4 had something similar.
Yeah, if you just don't leave the very beginning area of the game, you can just wait 5 minutes and then talk to the guy. Be like, yeah, I'll join you. And it's like, all right, roll credits.
Yeah, and you get an achievement for it too.
Yeah.
But then you didn't play any of the games. So you
Dude,
just
I
go
wish
start
it was
over.
that easy. I'm out here trying to play a game that was designed for people who can teleport and stop time, and I have a crossbow.
Yeah, that's true. So like one of the hallmarks of Dishonored is you have like one ranged weapon, one melee weapon, like at all times.
Yeah.
And so it's really like a puzzle game of trying to assassinate the people, much more so than like Assassin's Creed has become, which
Yeah.
is much more like a fight 'em game now.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you one story from my gameplay, which is I made it out of the first mission where you escape the castle where you've been framed. And I ended up killing fucking everyone in there because I couldn't.
Well,
see
and
past
you're also
one
like
guy.
in this game, you're not just some yokel either. You're like an advisor to the queen
Yeah,
or something
you're
like
the
that.
Queen's guardian who
Yeah.
rescued her in the first game. Or you can play as the queen. But for this one, I ran it back as Corvo, yet again, old man Corvo. So second mission, I'm like, okay, this one I'm going to do stealthily. I say as I'm climbing up to this abandoned sanitarium where my contact is supposed to be. Get over the ledge. There's a guy just looking at me. I'm like, fuck. Shoot him in the eye with a crossbow. And I look to my left, and 7 more guys who are just hanging out put out their cigarettes and pull out their like pistols and
They're
knives.
like, oh, really?
Ah, shit. Throw a grenade. Like,
Little did you know you killed the only guy who is nice.
There goes that no alerts run.
no, there's honestly playing a stealth game where I don't have to reload a save when I've been spotted is pretty great.
It's probably the best quality of life upgrade to the stealth genre.
Yeah.
I feel the same way because I've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla and like the same way, like, oh, I got spotted. Thank God I don't have to restart this.
Oh well.
Just murder some fools.
That's kind of why I stopped playing Metal Gear Solid 5, trying to stealth around. It's like eventually just gonna get caught, and it's annoying. Like, I
Well,
don't
see,
wanna
that's why I
redo
liked
this.
5 because 5 was the only one of the series to like say, all right, if you just want to go in there and spray bullets, just go in there and spray bullets.
That's how I ended up doing it.
Yeah, I mean that's how I played it too. I don't play those games for the
I
stealth.
sneak around until they catch me, and it's like, all right, guns out.
Yeah, and every once in a while you're spray. Oh, I did that without even killing him. All right, that's pretty dope. And then immediately you're spotted.
But yeah, Dishonored, highly recommend. Also, if you like Dishonored, there's a role-playing game called Blaze in the Dark that you should check out.
Oh yeah, you've been running that.
Conversely, if you like Blaze in the Dark, you should check out Dishonored. It's literally the video game version of the RPG.
Sweet.
But yeah, Blaze is going good. They have killed 30 men in 5 sessions.
Shouldn't that make them like a serial killer at this point?
They're more of a terrorist organization.
Yeah, I feel like the government should come breathing down their neck at some point.
I mean, yeah,
That's a lot of people to die very rapidly.
yeah. This episode will come out after the session I have planned, but yeah, no,
Oh, in that case, I'm glad that they got messed up by the police.
Yeah,
and you
they-
just cut that other part.
they're going to be receiving some pressure from the authorities.
Good.
Yeah, I'm still doing a D&D group as well.
Yeah,
How's
how's your
it
game
going?
going?
Have
Yeah.
they gotten out of the
How?
abyss
Where
yet?
are we in Out of the Abyss?
I don't know if there's ever any getting out of this.
No, actually, I believe the end of the game is getting out of
yeah,
the
I think
abyss.
that's the end goal, but
Because you have to go to Mezabrazahan first and all sorts of places.
spoilers.
You're the dungeon master.
I haven't read that far in the book yet. I got to do some reading tonight for tomorrow's session, but we're on to like chapter 3. We're at the Dark Lake. If anybody's
Who's the
familiar
party?
with
I mean, and not the characters. I mean, who are the NPCs that are still with them?
Toad
Yeah.
or Stool. I
Yeah,
guess
the
he's a
mushroom.
little mushroom man.
Yeah, so in our game, that's what Kreit's been like latched on and like carried him the entire game.
Don't worry, they love this guy.
Yeah,
They're all about this cute little Toad man.
yeah. And he doesn't talk. He just like he's
He has,
phosphorescent.
And he has
And pheromones.
spores.
Yeah,
So
pheromones.
you can like rub your spores on him, and he can communicate psychically. But you have to like.
But his
touch him.
like his whole purpose of being there is basically to be the party's light.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's like an animate light.
He can do a little bit of that, yeah. And then Sereth, the other drow that was in the prison with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Jim Jar?
I mean, he's well, Jim Jar's around, but Sereth is the guy that's infected with spores. So I've got them. The Stool is following him around, and they're all attached to Stool, so they're like trusting this Sereth guy, which may be a bad choice.
Yeah.
He's been kind of playing it cool, close to the vest, but they haven't really asked him too many questions about why he's doing. What
No,
he's doing,
good.
so,
Don't.
like,
It's better
they
if you
keep
just don't
following
know.
him, Yeah. So now they're They got to a little fish village, the Kuatoa village, the Kuatoa there.
I think
and then
that's like the first nice encounter you show up
it's,
to.
well, then by the end of it, there's a giant Demogorgon comes out of the water and starts smashing the town up, and they needed to get in a boat and just head out into the middle of the dark lake. They got one of these little priestess people as a guide that they kind of shanghaied because he was running away from. They're like,
Shanghaied.
just get in the boat, we're taking you.
Kidnapped.
So Demogorgon showed up, so now they know that there's like much more evil going on down there than they originally inspected. At first they're just trying to get out of the abyss, and now it's like stuff's really going down here. We might need to like get involved with whatever's going on.
I do love the inherent contradictions and complexities of kidnapping a fish person onto a boat.
Turns out not as hard as you'd imagine.
Oh,
Yeah.
when the Demogorgon is smashing up the town that they're in, is just literally swathing like whole parts of the village out of existence with one swing. They were all just kind of like ready to get away from there.
Yeah, I love the idea of having a amphibious captive on a boat when you yourself are not amphibious. It's just like
What do
not
you
a
do?
very secure
Well,
situation.
they're not captives per se.
No, you just
it
keep
didn't
them
take
encased
much
in dirt.
convincing. Like, hey, we're going to this boat. Let's go.
Honored guests.
No, I like to imagine that they just like knock him out, drag him unconscious.
Tied
prob-
up this
yeah.
fish person.
Problem with the Abyss is that everything's so far apart. Like, if you go by how much travel time is
Yeah.
supposed to take to go places, we definitely skipping a lot of that because you just be doing random encounters for session after session.
That's
where
supposed
it's
to like
kinda-
illustrate to you the horrors
man.
of the abyss.
So
Are we
yeah.
talking
A little
about
bit of that,
are we talking about distances on maps for D&D things?
Yeah.
Because I have something to tell you guys that you already know. It's for our audience. So one of the things that I'm working on in the future is going to be a Theros-related RPG
Oh,
stream.
yes.
So I've been reading the Theros RPG book for 5e for like content inspiration. And I found out that Theros is A, flat, like you can sail off the edge of it flat. And B, it's 40,000 square miles, which if you go to your handy square mileage of American states calculator will tell you that Theros is the same size as Ohio. It's flat and it's Ohio.
And has the same number of electoral votes.
I guess. It would explain why Bolas keeps getting elected.
I like to imagine they have flat planers there that are actually right. Everybody's like, you idiot.
No, I like to imagine they're round planers.
It's like, yeah, that's right.
There's
the
got to be
opposite.
something underneath, right?
Dude, I've seen the edge of the plane. What are you talking about?
It's just a guy.
You can look
No,
underneath
man.
and see the man holding
That's
it up.
that's an Acroan conspiracy, man.
The old bearer of the heavens just doing us a solid.
It's a weather balloon. What was it you said? The bear of the heavens keeping Theros away from the rest of us?
Yeah, you mentioned Ohio. I'm not a huge fan of the state.
How can you not love Cleve? The Cleve.
The Buckeye State?
Something about Ohio.
Look at all the-
Being from Michigan, Ohio and Michigan don't get along well.
Yeah, did you fight a war at one point? No, I'm serious. It was called I believe it was called the Ohio War. It had to do, or the Toledo War. Had to do with the strip of land that is Toledo, Ohio. And they fought a war when Ohio was a state and Michigan was not, over who would get that strip of land.
So Toledo is awfully close to the border.
Yeah, look it up on Wikipedia if you don't believe me. For all the listeners out there who don't believe, it's called the Toledo War.
I have to look that up. I did not know about that.
Wild.
I only knew about it because yesterday I read about a board game about it.
All right, so
Board
can we
game
get
about
that
the
in
Toledo War?
Yes, believe it or not, if there's a war,
That might be
some
the most
crusty
niche
man
board
has
game.
made a board game about it.
Oh my God.
You'd actually like that one because it's very much like Lancey Air.
Yeah.
So like it's like an abstract 3 things you're battling over. It's not like a
bet.
hex and shit. Like, this is my Steven Smith and he is a 13th shot.
Before we can go to war, we must complete the logistics phase.
Yes. Well, I love those games. Yes, I'm aware you're not a fan, but this one you might actually like.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we could talk about more movies, or we can play Celebrity Network.
We
What
can
would you like to
talk
do?
about some Mandalorian real quick. I know you're not up to
Is there
date.
a new episode?
You
I've not
really,
seen any episodes.
this season especially, you really have to watch because they're bringing back all the stuff from the expanded universe we loved.
All right. Well, I haven't seen season 1 yet, so
Oh my God.
one day.
Dude, you have a magical.
You don't even know the child's name.
a magical treasure.
We just found
I
out
just
last
know that
episode
there's a
what his
lot of
name
Baby
is.
Yoda memes for the last couple of years that I'm missing out on. Like, I guess I get it. He's a cute little Baby Yoda.
Yeah, Lauren told me that apparently when they bring out the prop for it during the filming, like people like get so distracted by the prop that they like trip over stuff.
I'm glad
guess
they
they
went with
designed it
puppet,
well.
not CGI.
Yeah, the puppet is surprisingly good. I mean, there are scenes like where they pick him up and like you
Whenever-
can tell like he
yeah.
doesn't have the right weight.
Whenever they pick him up, it's always like
Right, but like in other like times, like when somebody's holding him or something, he looks really good.
Is it animatronic?
No, I think he's just a straight puppet. I don't think he's animatronic.
Cool.
I think
Hard
there's
to
just
say.
somebody's hand, like somebody crouching next to
Jim
Pedro
Henson is back
Pascal
from the
under his
grave.
cloak. You know. But yeah, you will especially love the writing of that show because it reads just like a Michael Stackpole novel.
Don't know who that is.
He's the guy who wrote a lot of X-Wing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No,
It reads like a Timothy Zahn novel. Is that helpful?
Yes.
All right, celebrity net worth. Let's do it. You need paper,
I've got the paper part. I need the other half.
pen.
Yes.
Any number
Thank
one
you.
of these receptacles with writing
All right.
implements.
I don't have anybody. Have to
I got
remember.
somebody for this week, so I'll start. We're gonna start with Rosario Dawson, who,
Clerks 2 and Alexander fame.
yes, and most notably recently, The Mandalorian, where she brought Ahsoka Tano to life.
Spoilers.
Everybody knew that. In fact, they tell you about it in previous episodes.
Spoilers. All right. Wasn't she also in Daredevil?
Luke Cage.
She was in one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Luke
Luke
Cage.
Cage.
Luke Cage.
Yeah, I still.
And now she got that Star Wars money.
I still have zero handle on how this game works.
And she's also playing a recurring character in Star Wars
what
Alright.
that could see play in movies.
I got mine.
What is a reasonable amount of money for these?
Yeah,
people to have?
it took me about a season to figure that out.
Complete shot in the dark here, but I bought 15 million.
Yeah, I was 20 million.
$50 million, playa.
No, that's way too high.
You said 50. Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm looking real good.
I will not touch my phone until
Come on, Busey.
after we've made our guesses.
So what are the criteria for selecting people? Do they have to be in shows or?
That doesn't matter.
Oh, it's
We've done
literally-
everything under the sun, from artists to a 16 millies. You're looking real good, but I'm looking all right.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we've done everything under the sun.
Oh, okay. So
Don King we did once. Like
just whatever.
And he's just a fight promoter.
Gary
Like,
Busey, we've done 1,000 times.
So the only other rule is like no billionaires, right?
correct.
Yes,
yeah,
that
because
just
the math
ruins the
just
game.
ruins the game.
you,
the
if you
golden-
don't hit on that one, it's just
It's the
over.
golden snitch of this game.
Yeah, the Jeff Bezos move.
Yeah. Oh, weird. All that other guessing was just irrelevant. All right. Next up, I'm gonna choose Warwick Davis
Oh,
of
Who's that?
Willow fame.
I don't know if I can
Oh
write a
my
number
God.
that low.
Yeah, I don't know what he's been up to.
I figure he's got to make some smart investments.
He
That's why
was-
we haven't seen him like doing vitamin water.
Professor Flitwick, right? In Harry Potter.
He got Harry Potter money?
I'm pretty
Oh
sure
no,
he-
I got to go back and rethink about this.
Hey, usually we look up what stuff they've been in, but we're just going off the top of the head before we do any research this
Okay.
time.
Yeah, but that keeps it fair. That way nobody could be accused of looking anything up. Not that anybody would, mind you.
I don't want any problems.
No, you know what? I'm sticking with my guns here. My gut's been right so far every time. Not tinkering with it.
I feel like I'm gonna be off by a lot.
Me too, but you know what? Here we are.
All right.
I hope I'm not letting
I
my
got
Willow
mine.
bias in.
What you got?
$5 million.
Will?
$50 million.
Oh, you're really doubling down.
I'm just going 50 million
I
across
went
the
3
board.
million.
Yeah, now I
I've
feel
done that
better.
I've done that before too, and sometimes it works out. Like you
Yeah,
just
I've
keep
seen
it
him
average.
win by that. Yeah,
Just go.
it is possible.
All right, let me look.
I'm
up
still
Mr.
calibrating.
Davis. Mr. Davis.
It's gonna take you a while. I remember Rihanna was a tough one for me, where I was like, yeah, she's like what, $20 million tops, and she was like 200 million, and I was like, I don't understand. Music artists, how do they make money?
Royalties.
Yeah, royalties are rough.
Yeah.
All right. First thing that popped up says 8 million.
Dang.
Yeah, baby, I'm back in the driver's seat.
Now I gotta come up with a person.
It's off by 5. Off by 3. You were off by 4. We're close.
I know this is a good game.
That guy.
Ron Swanson,
Yeah.
What is
whatever his real name
active
is. I don't know what his real name
Ron
is.
Swanson, the guy who plays him.
I should know this because I feel like
I
I've
feel
seen
like
it
I know
every
it.
time.
I'm just gonna write Ron Swanson, and then we'll.
Yeah.
Have
I mean,
I wanted to say Ron Perlman, but that's not right.
it's a way different Parks and Rec.
I'll be a way cooler Parks and Rec. Parks never change.
Parks and get wrecked by Hellboy. So what has he done other than that? done
He's
like
got a
this-
new show currently with the lady from Parks and Rec. It's like a reality show where they challenge people to like they look at an object, then they have to make that object. It's called like Fix It or something like that.
Hmm.
And like it's terrible. Obviously, these people have no craft skills whatsoever.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
It's the Nailed It of craft.
Yes, it's nailed it. I think actually might be the show name.
Nailed It is people who have no cooking experience trying to cook.
Yeah, same thing.
All
Same
right.
principle.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Yep.
All right. I put 8 million.
I said 5.
It's a tough one, but I'm gonna go with 50.
I hope he's 3 million.
Wait, you said 5. What'd you say?
I said I
50?
thought about it, but yeah, I'm gonna go with 50 million.
Well, you know, you might win on this if he's 150 million.
We guess.
He got that royalties.
Yeah, if he's actually
We
Rihanna.
should start with who is Ron Swanson.
This is bad. Also, I want to point out we've never had one where we didn't know who the actual guy was.
Well, welcome to me being on the show. I don't know the names of actors.
Oh, Nick Offerman. All
Nick
right.
Offerman, yeah.
Nick Offerman.
All right, Nick Offerman net worth.
You know what we should do that we haven't done for net worth that I feel like would also be like very sad and small amounts of money?
25.
25? No,
Let's go.
I think that gives me the win
Son of a beat.
because you were.
Yeah, because you're
underneath.
slightly closer to me. Yeah, well, that was a good game, sir.
Hey, well played, friends.
Yes.
So would you say the strategy of 50 million was successful? I feel like it was.
I feel like it's good when you're starting out because then you'll start to learn what $50 million
If
is
we
really
had
worth.
more people near 50 million, it just works out great.
Yeah.
It's like you're just only off.
You got to find out a list of celebrities that have about $50 million and just keep picking them
I
every
just
time.
need to
You're
calculate
doing research. You're doing this game wrong.
calculate the average net worth of all celebrities and then just guess that all the time.
That would be pretty funny.
That would be
and,
good.
Start keeping track of how all this pays off.
But then you'd have to like refine it every day.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Can we do
Call
repeats
into
or
the
not?
phone line, which we will get eventually.
Yeah.
And don't forget to smash that bell over here
Updates to the
and
left.
that like button.
You know I'm putting the
subscribe.
shop's actual phone number on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm into it. Let's do it. Let's get a phone line. We'll take orders. People call the other questions. Let's take them on air. Yeah, you're down at the traffic circle. All right, you need to keep going through it.
And if anybody wants to guest spot as for Celebrity Network,
Yeah.
we can Discord you in,
Yeah.
Skype you in somehow.
Come on down.
Or any segment, really. You can guest spot. I mean, we're not.
You have to pass the void conf test, but yes.
I can't pass a void conf test
Your grandfather did. It's okay.
because I answer every question with why.
All right.
All right,
We
well,
done?
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, let's close it out.
Be safe. It's getting cold.
Yeah, buddy.
We'll see everyone for the holidays.
Bye.